Picture myself with a whole lot of guap. Ooh, ooh. I'm in LA when the sun don't stop. Ooh, ooh. Sipping on bubbles, they like guap. All right, guys. Welcome back to an e-commerce case study video. Today, we're going to be talking about... Actually, hold on. Let me pop a little upper decky, and then we'll get into it. So, okay. Here is the store. I'm going to refresh so you guys understand. I'm not like... Yeah, you know, refresh the store. Shut the fuck up, all right? So, basically, here's the store. We're at around $3,000 for the day. Gonna need you the refresh. And now, yesterday we did $7,000, and we did another $7,000 before that. We also had, you know, some solid $4,000 days, some $5,000 days, but let me basically do the whole breakdown, okay? So this is fully organic, not a dime spent on ads whatsoever, and I understand that CVR sucks, but welcome to the organic game. You're watching this video probably because you do organic, so if you do, you understand, like, you obviously want to keep it around hovering just under 1%. If you obviously, like, the best conversion rate you can get, obviously better, but, you know, you're really not going to hit any 5% conversion rates unless you're doing, like, email sequences, retargeting, or, you know, stuff like that. So this was fully organic. And yeah, and this is all right, I just want to clarify this country issue with CVR, okay? So if you have a third world country and you are focusing on your CVR and you're being like, oh, my conversion rate's absolutely terrible, like, really look into your analytics, because most people just trust the CVR as a CVR. Your CVR is not your real CVR, okay? You want to follow this equation because realistically, you want to compare these third world countries. They don't have the purchasing power. Their currencies don't have the purchasing power. You want to break this down as far as, like, compare the dollar and the rupee, or the peso and the euro. Like, you see what I'm talking about here? So realistically, if you have 1,000 sessions and 999 of them were from India, you realistically only have one session, okay? Like, that's kind of what you want to do. So the traffic minus your third world, so basically your total traffic minus the traffic from countries without any purchasing power, let's say India, Philippines, whatever, equals your real sessions, and then your conversions divided by your real sessions times 100, okay? I mean, I don't know if you guys know, like, I don't know if I've talked about this, but it's essentially just like the basic conversion. It's basically just the basic conversion equation. So it's conversions divided by total audience times 100. I maybe I'll throw it on like the screen. There you go, right here, because my black shirt contrasts to it. Boom. So conversions divided by total audience times 100, right? So this was similar to another product I ran with another client, and I'll link the case study for that below. We ran that product, took them from 0 to 10K in like 30 something days. This was fully organic, and then from 10K to 100K a month in like 4.5 months, something like that, with fully organic, by the way. But I'll link the case study for that in the YouTube description below, the description, so you just watch that. But yeah, so this was similar to another product I ran, and I'm basically going to break down why it was so good, and basically the system, or like the strategies that we used. Obviously, organic is a very volatile. It's a very volatile strategy, right? Like, most people, they're going to be posting, they're going to do this. It's not necessarily a long-term thing. You can't really consistently pull like $1,000 days every single day with organic. That's just not necessarily how you're going to. It's not really how it's going to work, right? So obviously, it's a very volatile market, but there's things you can do to really maximize the engagement on there, right? So something that we've been doing is, and this is something I've been doing with a lot of my clients, is just running very, 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 very controversial products. Now, when I say controversial, it's not necessarily as in, because controversy is just a very like umbrella term. Like, realistically, when you say controversial, you could say, you know, PC or not, is it a political product? Is it, you know, like, when I say controversial, it's just anything that's going to farm engagement, or somebody's going to comment this or that, right? So as far as like, you know, like in the case study below, like, that's a great example of a controversial product. I can't like reveal the story or anything now, it's just because we're still running it, but the one down below, you could definitely check that out. That was a controversial product because, you know, a lot of people thought it was illegal, even though it wasn't. So everyone in the comments was like, oh wow, I'm gonna buy this, and then someone's gonna be like, nah, it's illegal, and it's like 80 fucking replies, and you have another person that says like, isn't this illegal? And everyone's like, no, it's not, you're an idiot, blah, 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 blah. So everyone's commenting, everyone's just, the discourse is like, we've maximized just the controversy in the comments. Like, everyone's going crazy, because a lot of people don't understand, the main metric is your watch time, but it's also your comments, it's your interactions, and it's what the comments are about, right? So realistically, you got to understand the philosophy behind why somebody interacts with an organic video. Like you with every single video, you watching this video right now, you're not going to subscribe or like until I do one of two things: entertain you and provide you value, and that's it. So that's the same thing with, organic, right? And the main thing would be entertain you, right? So you want to optimize your watch time, and you need to make your videos as long as they need to be, right? So your video could be a minute and a half long if the video is really good, your retention watch time is high, and it needs to be a minute and a half long. But if your video's 7 seconds and it only needs to be 7 seconds, then only have it be 7 seconds. You don't need to drag it out, because if you drag it out thinking that the longer your video is, the better it's going to do, that's not the case. Because it doesn't matter how long your video is, it matters how long the average viewer watches for, right? So especially with organic, what we've been doing, and this is something that I literally never talked about because I wanted to keep this a secret forever, and nobody does this ever, and I've never seen anybody talk about this, but I feel like I'm gonna give it out for free because if you're watching this video, I feel like you deserve it. We've been doing rage bait ghost accounts. Now let me explain what that is. So I'm sure if you don't, okay, let me explain what rage bait is. If you don't know what rage bait is, basically what rage bait is you're baiting somebody to rage, right? You're saying something purposely stupid or something that's purposely going to get people mad, so then they get angry at you, right? So if I were to say something to, it's like if I were to go up to somebody who's a Democrat and say something obviously really Republican that goes against everything they've said, and just purposely make them mad. That's rage baiting them, right? So what we've been doing is essentially we've been making these ghost accounts, and we've been going on to creatives and commenting and also replying. So we've been making our own comments, and we've been also replying to other people, rage baiting. Basically, we've been engaging, like engagement farming. We've been rage baiting the interaction. So basically what we've been doing is we've been commenting things like very obvious stuff. Like we've been going with completely different angles. Like we have 3 main accounts that we're running these rage bait stuff from. So we're doing obviously we do it once the video starts getting the traction, because if you're just going to be commenting on another account on the same phone, then realistically it's probably going to sense that, oh, he's just, farming the interaction, so it's not going to push it, and it's all risk mitigation, so you don't want to do that. But once the video has traction, you can do whatever you want. Like you can like your own video a million, it doesn't matter. If the video has momentum, the video has momentum, and the algorithm's going to push it. You pretty much can't really kill that until the algorithm does. So realistically, we have 3 main accounts where we're doing it from. One account is very more politically focused. Another account is just more like the niche focused. So like a good example would be like car people are very passionate, right? If you're going to go comment like some obviously wrong car stuff, oh my God, everyone's going to go crazy. Political stuff, people are going to be like, if it's like, this is a lot of, it could be everything with the cars. This is why everyone should drive electric cars. This is why, and then somehow make it like political with Trump and being a president. Like you can stretch it really far. But the problem is that some people kind of catch on. So you kind of have to keep it right on the line of rage baity and not being crazy obvious. But these rage bait ghost accounts is something that I've utilized for the past 3.5, I think north of 4 months, maybe since gosh, I don't even know. Because I tried it out on my personal Instagram at RealSmithReese, by the way, go follow, drop me a follow. But it's something I've kind of been utilizing. I tried on my personal account, and it worked surprisingly well, but I haven't been using it as much. I've just been doing more visual stuff. But basically, we've been utilizing these rage bait ghost accounts and just farming the engagement, right? Because I've seen so many videos with 300,000 views and not even 30K likes, right? A solid view to like ratio would be 100 likes per 1,000 views, and maybe a little bit under, maybe 80 to 90 likes is the lowest you should probably be going for per 1,000 views. But I've seen people with 6 million views and 1 million likes, right? So you need to learn how to get on that fucking level, because 6 million views converting to 1 million likes is fucking crazy. I had a client that did 7 million views, and by then he had 1 million likes. I was like, damn, that's insane. If you get 1 million likes, you're cooking. So you also want to understand, when somebody double taps, there's a reason somebody's going to double tap on your video. There's a reason why somebody's going to post on their story. There's a reason why somebody's going to share, right? You need to understand that, because it is an action, right? Humans, they act with emotion. Now, people think, oh, I just gotta make a whatever video. No, okay, you need to give people a reason, right? Like with this, you're not going to subscribe to this video or like this video or leave a comment on this video unless I'm providing you value or I'm entertaining you or I'm doing both or I'm giving you a reason to, right? So how are you going to put that into your organic videos? You need to give people a reason to do something, right? Like give people a reason to like, give people a reason to share, a comment, send it to their friend, whatever, right? Do controversial stuff, have a controversial product, make something funny, put people emotions in it, or ask somebody in the comments, be like, reply to people's comments, etc. Like you need to do this because your videos, I mean, most people, they don't have like a video issue. They have like an account health issue, which is, you know, just a completely different story. So it's not like your creatives that are the problem. You just don't have healthy TikTok and Instagram accounts. But that's a completely different story that I'm not going to talk about in this video. But most people, like, I say 90% of people have fine creatives, but they're just right under the line of going viral because they don't know how to, I guess, increase that controversy. Like that's simply it. So I want you guys to put into like perspective is because this product was not anything crazy. This product is, it's not like, you know, some insane Q4 product. Like positioning with Q4, I honestly, I'm not doing any seasonal stuff. And I think I have like one client, maybe two clients that are doing seasonal stuff. That's whatever, like you Christmas products, whatever. But realistically, all you have to do is, it's like a lemonade stand, right? Like you're just positioning yourself. So you could sell lemonade in like winter, obviously depending on where you are. Like you could maybe sell some stuff or do whatever. And you could probably make $20 in a day selling lemonade in winter. But if you were in the summer and you post up on that same corner with that lemonade stand, people are going to be doing it. People are going to be out more. People are going to be wanting lemonade more. That's all it is. You have the same lemonade, the same stand, the same thing. It's just a different time. So it's not like you're necessarily doing anything differently. The market's coming to you. And that's how I think of Q4, right? Like at the end of the day, your market is not going to, like, your market's not, you don't have to like attract anybody new, right? If you just position yourself how you're positioning yourself, and obviously if you're successful the rest of the year, then just position yourself like you were, and the market's going to come to you. It's like imagine like a million people just running towards you with like $50 in their hand, ready to give it to you. Like all you got to do is just send them to a website. That's pretty much all it is, because these people are looking for a reason to buy something. These people have like Black Friday. It's mindless consumer stuff. People want to go and spend money. I don't understand that, but like you get what I'm saying. It's consumer psychology. So I'm not going to say it's a saturated product, but it was like, the product has been run a little bit before. And as far as saturation goes, this is like an analogy I really like to use. So as far as saturation goes, what most people don't understand, it's like a pond and like fishing, right? So realistically, if you have two ponds and one fish, and one pond has no fish and another pond has a lot of fish, why are you going to, or one has a lot of fishermen and another pond has no fishermen? You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to the pond with no fish. I'm like, well, of course there's no fishermen at the pond with no fish. Chances are there's no fucking fish in the pond. So you're not going to catch shit. But if you go to the pond with a lot of fishermen at it, I mean, realistically, sure, the competition is going to be harder, but how many fishermen have the right rod, the right bait, they wait, they stay there all day, and actually catch a fish? If there's 10 of them, maybe 2 of them, right? So you got to make sure that you're one of those 2. At the end of the day, it's just framing in perspective. You don't look at saturation as like competition. Saturation is competition, and competition is proof that it works. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. Saturation is competition, and competition is proof that it works. Because most people don't understand when it comes to anything in business, right? Like realistically, if something didn't work, nobody would be doing it. If something doesn't work, then nobody is doing it. What are the chances, and unless you're like the next Elon Musk, what are the chances that you found something completely insane? Like, what are the chances that you go find the mythical pond of, some infinite fish with infinite food that are made of diamonds and gold? Probably not. You're probably not going to. And even if you do find it, it's going to take you a million times to go find it. It's like getting the mythic flopper from Fortnite. Okay, I don't condone people playing video games unless you're like under 14. But it's trying to find that mythic flopper from Fortnite. You're not going to get it. So go just get a slurp fish, pop it in and get just you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to go get that? Like, chill. So it's a weird analogy, but you get what I'm saying, right? So you guys stop looking at everything as saturated, because realistically you're trying to find like the next product. There is no next thing. Like, obviously, sure, but like, you get what I'm saying here? There is no like, untapped side hustle, evergreen, blue ocean that you're going to jump into suddenly. No, realistically, for the majority, 99.99999% of people, probably not. Probably not. Okay. So you want to look at everything as like saturation is competition. Competition is proof that it works. Because this product that we're running right now that's doing $7,000 a day, it's been ran before. Now, another way that you can kind of look at saturation is if you guys are watching this from another country that speaks another language and you see a product that's been run in the UK or US that speaks English, run it in another language. That's a completely different market. Like Nike was an intro, like I say this all the time to the guys in my community, but it's like Nike is completely different. Like Nike was $1 billion company, and then how do they go to $1 billion to 10 billion? They go to another country, right? And then boom, they're gonna make a lot more. Or if Nike, like I'm sure Nike for a while wasn't in Russia, so then what happened with probably some other guy made a similar Nike company, and then maybe that was Adidas. Maybe that's why they wear the tracksuits. I'm just joking, God. By the way, like you guys, Russia, not trying to be mean, but I'm joking. But like maybe that's why. But then, okay, I'm sorry. But like, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, boom, they just, some guy in Russia makes a Nike, not competitor, but he makes Nike for Russia, and then he has the market, right? So you see what I'm saying here? You can basically just take something that works in another market, do it in another market, and then you're chilling, right? So I had a guy who basically was like, he ran a product, one of the most saturated products you've ever seen in your entire life, especially with organic. He basically just ran it in German, and he made like $12,000. Like, easy bag right there. It's the most saturated product in the US and the UK. He just ran in a different language. If you guys live in like another country that has purchasing power, that doesn't speak English, but has purchasing power, then run it. Run it in German, in French, in Spanish, right? You see what I'm saying here? So run it. Like at the end of the day, organic is very volatile, like I was talking about earlier. Organic's pretty volatile, but you just got to learn how to make it a long-term play. Right? You just like there's small things, there's systems that you can do. And the same time it's going to take you to go from 0 to 10K a month or wherever you're at now, it's the same time it's going to take you to go back down to 0. Okay, so it took me north of 3 years to get, or I think it's been like, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and think for you guys, but it's been like north of 3 years for me to get to like north of 80K a month. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's going to take me 3 years to go back to 0. And I've seen people go from 0 to 40K a month like that and then go to 0 like that. Like that's the name of the game, and that's where organic, but also just business in general goes. Because there's too many people in this organic dropshipping space that make money off of luck, think they're the shit, and then they get humbled by the market. And it's the greatest thing to see in my entire life. Because I'll be sitting with these guys, and I'll be like being like, bro, do this. He's like, and I'm like, you don't know better. It's experience. You know what's more impressive to me is making 100K a month for 3 years straight versus making $1 million a month 2 months in a row. Seriously, that's more impressive to me. Is that consistent cash flow? Because that's what it's all about now. So I got these goals, right? Let me move my mic. I got these goals on my whiteboard here. Okay, so I'll just post my shit up here. I got these goals on my whiteboard. Okay, so I have start traveling. I came back from Budapest last week, and I was also in London. Insane build. I should probably cross that off. I think I'm chilling. So actually, I'll cross that off right now. And these are my 24 goals that I wrote in like December. W comeback. Insane, because I kind of stopped doing social media for a little bit. Be content with being alone. W. I fixed that. I used to hate being alone, and now I love my solitude. Status, I got 140K on Instagram. 100K per month, not quite there yet. 10K subs, not quite there yet. Be a better man. Fix that. Genuinely inspired and help 500 young men. And this is what I wrote when I had 0 subscribers, like nothing at all. 50K a month, boom. 100K on IG, boom. Become Batman. I pretty much became Batman when I was in Europe. Fix fundamentals, boom. November, December, I got all this stuff. We're chilling. Like, I've achieved pretty much almost everything that I have wanted to and everything that I did want to by last year. And it's crazy to sit back and look at everything and be like, damn, like, there's a lot more to go, but it's strictly because I'm humble. Like, I really want to, like, I see too many guys in the space that think they're the shit. Like, no matter, like, really not the shit. And even the people that are the shit don't think they're the shit, which is why they're the shit. Does that make sense? Like, I don't like, I obviously, like, you gotta be like, have a sense of self-respect where it's like, yes, I do great stuff and I've done great stuff and I have to obviously appreciate what I have. But the moment you think like, oh, well, I deserve, and you see what I'm saying? That's when you get humbled like fucking crazy. Because if you're not going to humble yourself, God will. And I'm serious. And I really am serious. And that's just because I've seen too many people go from 0 to 40K a month, think they're the absolute shit, and then get fucked over. And then think that they know better. You know who's worse? I always say beginners have the biggest egos, but you know who's the biggest ego? Is somebody who's made 10K a month off of luck. Those guys think and that was me. Like my first 10K a month way back in like January of 2023, I thought I was the man. I was spending all the money. I thought I was the guy. I was like, more money's gonna come. You can't be doing that. Humble yourself or God's gonna humble you. But all right, finish the video. Hope you guys found value from this. I feel like it was pretty valuable. I'm gonna link the case study down below that I was talking about, the other case study with the 100K a month store, fully organic. I don't think I did the case study when it was at 100K a month, but it ended up getting to 100K a month with the same stuff. So it's pretty much the same thing. If you want access to like my 5 frameworks, it's pretty much my email list, but like I don't do like the boring paragraph stuff. Like every single stuff, I like do a video and I like send it out to you guys. That's going to be the first link down below. And then I'll also, if you want to do coaching, you can also book a call down below as well. There'll be like some case studies down below. But DRM has been closed for like 2 weeks, but I'm reopening that on December 2nd. So I'm only going to be giving out like 15 links to people, and each link is and I'm going to be choosing every single person from the email list that I choose, or like that I give the links to. And then each link is going to only be available for 24 hours. So once you set that link, you have 24 hours to, I guess, use it, or it's gone forever. But yeah, so hope you guys found value from the video. And if you did, drop a comment so you can boost my engagement, but also let me know that I'm doing a good job, But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Drop a sub, and let's keep crushing it. Like the game is crazy. Like this online money stuff is stupid. Like there's so much money going around. You just got to make sure that you're getting some of it. So thank you so much for watching. I know, giving somebody, especially this much time, how much has been like 20 minutes or something, is, a lot. So thanks for giving it to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh wait, and stay blessed. Have a blessed day. That's why I always say it at the end of my videos.